Hi there guys, this is Vic with the Virtual Workforce Philippines. This is a tutorial for oDesk. This is some of the first steps that you need to do in logging in to a certain project on oDesk, or if you're doing freelance on oDesk, or you have been hired by a certain a client in oDesk. These are some of the first steps that you need to do. And yeah, this is actually for some of the people who are still new in oDesk and still does not have an account in oDesk. Hopefully this would answer some of the questions that you have regarding how will oDesk keep track of my time, how will I get paid in oDesk, or how does everything work. So yeah, let's start things with if you already have an account, or if you already created an account in oDesk, you just sign into your account using your username and password. And yeah, once you sign in on your account, it would actually direct you to the main portal of oDesk, which is entirely all of the information that you would like to know about oDesk. So for now, we're going to download the oDesk Team Room, or the oDesk Team application. The oDesk Team application is actually the one you are using in logging in on oDesk. So this is the one that you're using for oDesk to keep track of your time, for your client to keep track of your time, and for you as well to keep track of your time. So right in the section of oDesk, I would like you to go here, and I would like you to download the oDesk Team application, and it would direct you to this window. So once you're here, click download now, and yeah, it will just automatically pop up there. And yeah, once you've downloaded that application, whether you're using Firefox or Internet Explorer or Google Chrome, either way, it would yeah, show you the file on that if it's already done downloading the file. So once you're done downloading the file, just click on that and just click run. But unfortunately, I already have the oDesk Team on my desktop. So yeah, once you click run, there are specific steps on how you would download the application to your desktop. So I'm just going to cancel that one since I already have that application in my desktop. So once you're done downloading the application, it would go directly to your desktop, or on which folder you have instructed, or in which folder you have or you like for the application to be downloaded, either in your documents or save files, either way. But yeah, once you're done downloading that one, it will save a copy on your desktop. And the next thing that you need to do before starting up a project is click on the oDesk Team. So basically just a reminder, before you log in or before you start your work on a certain project on oDesk, make sure that you're logged in the oDesk Team, because this is the one that keeps track of your time, and this is how you are being paid on oDesk. So yeah, the thing that you need to use is your oDesk username and your oDesk password as well. That is the thing that you need to do in signing into this application. So type in your username and password and click sign in. And once you're signed in to oDesk Team Room, it will just show up. Yeah, it will show just like this. And if you already have an active contract in place or an active project in place, just you will find it in this section. Make sure that you choose the right project, because some contractors have multiple projects. Just make sure that you choose the right project so that there will be no other problems in billing with a client, or for your funds to arrive. So make sure that you choose the right contract. And yeah, like for example, for me, I will choose this one because that's the one I'm working with right now. So once you click that, once you selected your active project, just click start. And once you click start, automatically it would require you to make a memo on what type of work are you doing. Would it be customer service? Would it be website design? Would it be appointment setting or lead generation? Either way, for me, I'm doing different types of work while I'm calling. So I just type in calling, and later on with this video, I will try to show you where does the memo take place. So once you're done doing the memo, just click start. And once you click start, you would see that it's green in here. That indicates that you're already logged in. So once you're logged into oDesk, a screenshot would automatically appear here right after you log in, maybe after 30 seconds or after how many seconds. So just like that. That's the screenshot right here. And the screenshot would appear right here. So try to make sure that you're not opening any types of non-work related windows like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, any type of social networking or any types of non-work related non-work related windows on while the screenshot takes place, because when the screenshot takes place, it's going to capture what is going on with your oDesk while it's being captured. So just a simple reminder, the screenshot takes place every after 10 minutes. So just try to make sure that your desktop is clean within the screenshot, because once the screenshot takes place, you will have a hard time deleting those files and making up for the time that you've wasted. So just be reminded that once a screenshot takes place, it would leave a copy right here and one on your oDesk account. So I will show you that section later on. So I think that's basically how the oDesk team works. So just a quick rundown. Once you're done, the first thing that you need to do before logging into a certain project on oDesk, make sure that you have signed into this section, and so that you'd be able to get paid for the project that you're working on. And moving forward, so we're done with the oDesk team. Simple reminders: open the oDesk team, sign in using your username and password in oDesk, choose the right contract, click start. Once you click start, make sure that you've indicated the right memo, and try to watch out for those screenshots and try not to get caught with those Facebook and YouTube while the screenshot takes place. So moving forward, where does the screenshot takes place? Or where can I see those screenshots? Or where can I see my number of work hours? Actually, the answer is here on My Jobs. So it's right in this corner. Click on My Jobs. And basically, if you have multiple projects, it would show up right in here on this section. And if you are looking for a certain number of hours that you've worked on the project, just make sure that you've chosen the right project and click on Review Work Diary. And once you've clicked to Review Work Diary, it would show all of those screenshots that has taken place during your shift. That's why I mentioned to you that just try to watch out for those screenshots, because once the screenshot captures what is going on your desktop, it would show in here. And unfortunately, this section right here could also be accessed by your clients. So that's just to back you up on for future references. Like for example, if the project is not successful because it's not really working well, and then you could back it up. You could say, hey, look, I'm working my ass out with those projects. The results are not good. So yeah, there's no way that your client would complain, would say, yes, I understand that it's working well. Probably this is just not telemarketing, or this type of marketing approach. This just does not work for us. But if the screenshot tells that, hey, the client would tell you, hey, Mr. Contractor, I can see here on the while you're logging in, there are Facebook, there are some non-work related things that you're doing during your shift. So yeah, probably that's one reason why I said that the project is not working. So probably the thing is, the client would get a refund or give you a low feedback score, so on and so forth. So yeah, that's just to back your ass up on an oDesk. So yeah, you can show to the client, hey, Mr. Client, I'm working well, give me a good feedback score, and there's no need for me to refund you with a certain amount. So moving forward, we've actually talked about the memo. The memo would actually show up in here. So the ones I typed earlier is calling. So it would show up in this section. It's calling. So yeah, if you've set on your memo appointment setting, it would show up in here as well. So basically, that is how does the screenshot works? This is how the screenshot works. Once it captures what's going on your desktop, it would automatically reflect in here real time. And the screenshot, just like to remind you, it goes out after 10 minutes. So for 1 hour, there are 6 screenshots. Just make sure for those 6 screenshots, make sure that there's no non-work related things that you're doing. And yeah, like for example, if you're working for I don't know, 5 hours, say for example you're working for 2 hours, so there's 12 screenshots, and for those 12 screenshots, just try to make sure that everything is work related during that shift. And moving forward, if you are wondering what are the bars on the bottom, the bars are actually the ones or your activity during your work. So if you hover on those bars, you will see there the activity level. The activity level, the highest is 10 and the lowest is 1. Make sure that you at least get 8, or be good, you get a 10, a good 10 activity level. So the activity level works with your keyboard and with your mouse. So if you're, it would show up there actually if you try to look at on the events. Like, say for example, for me, I have 690 keyboard activities for 10 minutes. So that it makes sense. So if you're working, you have a lot of keyboard activity. If you have if you're working, you have a lot of mouse activity as well. So for example, for me, I have 690 activities for keyboard and 119 activity for mouse. So yeah, that's for 10 minutes. You're working your ass out, and yeah, just try to work well for you to get a good activity level on this section, because the client is also keeping track of that one. And if you're getting like lows, then that's a time that probably your client is going to ask, what's going on, what are you doing, are you really working, or you're just sitting there trying to get paid without doing nothing. So yeah, so basically oDesk is keeping track of everything that you're doing, just to be fair with both ends, for you and for the client. And yeah, try to make sure that you keep track of your time right in this section. So for example, you're working for 2 hours. That is for that would correspond for 12 screenshots. So worst case scenario that the screenshot would not take place, right in here would be like a power outage, or you're not really working. So for example, for the last 10 minutes, you're not touching your keyboard, you're not touching your mouse, so there is no screenshot. No screenshot is going to take place, and like for example, it's going to start to look funny right in here, because there would be some spaces that are not, there are no screenshots, no activity level. So like for example, you work for 2 hours, you keep track of your time right in this section here of your time. Like for example, you log in at 9, then supposedly you will log out at 11, so that's already 2 hours. So you're trying to see here, it's already 2 hours, but you've already worked for only 1 hour and 40 minutes, so you're lacking 20 minutes. So try to keep track, try to make sure that there is no blank spaces in here. So worst case scenario, it would be a power outage, or you're not really working on that time. So if there's a power outage, so we really can't do anything about that. And if you really haven't done any activity on your keyboard and your mouse for at least 20 minutes, so that's your fault, and you need to make up for that time. So try to make sure that you keep track of your time in here. And the green one, that's the auto track time for oDesk. It's being taken by the screenshot, and yeah, that's the number of hours. And the yellow one, it's actually the manual time. That's for some cases, like for example, what example could I give? But the manual time is actually, it's being done by either your direct staffing manager or you yourself, for the times that you have worked that has not reflected on oDesk. So what you need to do is you need to get approval. If you need to get approval from your staffing manager, or you need to get approval from your client directly, that you need to add manually on an oDesk because you have work and the screenshot does not take place. Make sure that you back it up with an exact explanation why is it that the screenshot did not take place. Well, basically the two main reasons why the screenshot will not take place is that a power outage or you're not really working. So either way. So yeah, I think that's all I need to teach you for, or some of the tutorials that I'm going to show you. Probably I will upload some of the tutorials more in oDesk in the future, but hopefully this has answered some of your questions regarding how does oDesk keep track of your time, how does oDesk how does oDesk pay you. So basically that's it. Make sure that before you log in, before you start your work, log in on oDesk team so that oDesk would keep track of your time and what have you been doing during the shift. So yeah, I think that's all that I'm going to teach you for now. Thank you so much for watching this video, and hopefully this one has helped you a lot. So once again, this is Vic from Virtual Workforce Philippines. You have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching the video.